Okay, looks better that way. So the second one is gonna be Sloppy Second against Test of Time. Sloppy Second is Promi plus Illuminati. Against Juggernaut and Daedric. Okay, so everything is ready, let's go. The second game. So as I said first, what is interesting in this opposition is the difference in the style. Illuminati and Promi are AIs which tends to stay quite defensive and wanna reach Imperial Age as soon as possible. Especially Promi is really strong in Imperial Age. And in the opposite side, Juggernaut and Daedric are clearly really aggressive AIs. It will tend to go for few expertises after having trained a lot of units, especially in Castle Age. So it can reach Imperial Age, let's say 10 minutes after its opponent, but after having trained so many more knights. And okay, we've got a Promi Persian as flank, Illuminati Japanese pocket, Promi Korean pocket, and Illuminati Turkish flank. I know that Promi as Korean can be really strong in Imperial Age, and at least Korean is definitely not a good civilization as Crusher, but who cares, because Promi is not a real Crusher, I would say. He just trained a few knights and boom. In the opposite side we've got Juggernaut as Persian, Daedric as Korean pocket, Daedric as Japanese pocket, and Juggernaut as Turkish flank. I remember that in the round 2, Juggernaut and Daedric managed to win against Tribal and the Horde, but had were lucky because we had each side one of each AI teaming with its same AI as an ally. Well, I guess you get what I mean. We had 2 Juggernaut aside and 2 Daedric on the side, so the coordination between flank and pocket was better, and this time it won't happen. I think that Juggernaut tends to be stronger as pocket than as flank, so it's not great for this team in that game. Okay, so let's see. We've got Promi, which is aggressive as flank for a change, but its opponent has already some skirmishers to defend. And Juggernaut definitely need to be aggressive against Promy in early game. But I'm not sure it's gonna attack because it has the same amount of units than its opponent. Other side we've got Teal, which is trying a first attempt against Yellow. I think that this tower helping this with the units are gonna kill Teal quite easily, and it offers the opportunity for immunity to counterattack, and it will hurt a lot the lumberjacks. Clutching is already researched. So Yellow is actually clearly dominating the Persian Juggernaut. Okay, so let's see if Daedric can do something. It already has the advantage with few more knights than its pocket opponent, which is green, which is Illuminati.
De la nourriture, merci. De la nourriture, merci.
Oh, interesting. Grey as Korean went for crossbows. Crossbows plus skirmishers, elite skirmishers. Going skirmishers can maybe kill its economy, I would say, because if you are pocket and you go crossbows, it's supposed to help you to boom because you won't use any food to train your units. But the addition with skirmishers is kind of killing the strategy, I would say. But well, it's actually working because it offers the opportunity to Teal to recover. It would have been interesting to see some direct unit control to force the militias to attack the tower, but it's not the case. As you guys know, Juggernaut is kind of outdated. Okay, so as expected, the lack of aggressiveness offered by Purple gives the opportunity to Red to have a better economy than its opponent. Look at this, Red has 72 civilian population against 58. That's why you can't let Promy alone. You really just need to be aggressive against Promy. Okay, let's see what Daedric as Japanese can do. At least it doesn't have wood line, but it has Shen Barding, which helps a lot, and it has more than 20 knights, which is enough to raid the opponent. Okay, Promy as Korean is actually going Imperial Age. And Yellow is already escaping. It's a good idea. Well, 9 population for Yellow. Let's say that the big raid from Grey did work pretty well. And Grey is switching its opponent for red, it looks like.
Merci, merci.
It's not a good idea, I would say, because if it went for blue, it could not be a good move. Because
Merci, merci.
blue is gonna have a really strong army pretty soon now.
Merci,
It goes for
merci. De la
onagers
nourriture. Merci.
and war wagon. So yeah, the army composition of the blue player is gonna be really strong. Already a third castle.
De la nourriture. Merci, merci. De la nourriture. Attaquez l'ennemi maintenant.
I'm pretty sure that blue is gonna decide the game all by itself.
Du bois. Merci. Merci. Merci, merci.
And green goes for champions. As Japanese,
Merci, merci. De la nourriture. Merci, merci. De la nourriture. Merci. Attaquez l'ennemi. Merci, merci.
well, we can see the difference between Juggernaut and Promi. Promi has been hurt a lot and has actually almost the same civilian populations and purple, which wasn't hurt that much. It shows how strong is Promi in booming, even when it's clutching.
De la nourriture. Merci, merci. Du bois. De la nourriture. Merci, merci.
Okay, so let's see what blue is gonna do.
De la nourriture. Merci, merci.
He is actually researching Imperial Age, but it's gonna be probably too late. It won't have time to go for Cavaliers. And as long as it goes for trash units, it will be wrapped easily by blue.
Merci, merci. Du bois. Merci. De la nourriture. Merci.
Okay, green is eventually going for Arbalest maybe. Yes,
De l'or.
Arbalest, Ballistic is actually researched. It's a good idea to switch because
Merci.
Champions wasn't great against Arbalest, the grey Arbalest.
De la nourriture. Merci. De la nourriture. Merci. Du bois. Merci.
And here is the problem with the Druid. As Pocket, as Korean, it goes for Arbalest. We can see the difference in the unit chosen between Promi and the Druid.
Merci. Merci.
I know that Amelon did work on Maya to make something better in Imperial Age, because in fact the Druid was weak AI in Imperial Age compared to the other ages.
De l'or. Merci. De la nourriture. Merci.
Okay, some hussars. It's a good combination with
Merci. Attaquez l'ennemi maintenant.
the war wagons. And orange is keeping maintaining pressure on red, but red managed to reach Imperial Age and is actually having 160 population. So I saw that Tofu was around, so maybe the third game is gonna be a game with Alices.
Merci.
And yellow managed to boom after having been almost killed. But anyway, with the big push offered by blue, yellow has all the time it requires to recover, so it's okay.
De l'or, merci. De l'or, merci.
Maybe it would be time for Illuminati to research elite skirmishers, I would say. As Pocket, after almost 1 hour of game, it hurts to see some basic skirmishers. Okay, so TD is just erased of the map. Gray is gonna die.
De l'or, merci. De la nourriture, merci. Attaquez l'ennemi maintenant.
And Juggernaut has Turkish boss for skirmishers. So many skirmishers. It's a very interesting army composition as Turkish Cavaliers plus skirmishers. Fortunately, we've got some Janissaries. And blue is everywhere.
Attaquez l'ennemi maintenant.
Well, it lost a lot of war wagons. I don't know how. Or maybe it was the grey one, but I'm not sure that we wanna train any war wagon, so it might be the ones of Fromi.
De la nourriture, merci. Attaquez l'ennemi maintenant.
Well, look at this. Look how Promi is winning the game all by itself. Because in the south of the map, we can see that Zedwick as Japanese and Juggernaut as Turkish are still alive and are doing pretty well overall against the red player and the green player. And blue is just attacking everywhere and pushing, and it's actually offering the victory to its team. So I think that Illuminati can say thank you to Promi in this game. You don't need to blame your mates, you can just say thank you, man. Yellow is eventually full population and imperial, as if nothing happens.
De la nourriture, merci, merci. De l'or, merci.
Yeah, the game is almost over. I will increase the speed. Okay, so let's stop it because Juggernaut doesn't have good design rules. And we've got Illuminati and Premi winning one game. The sloppy second.